Hi there everybody, it's Anna here today. I am going to create a Valentine's Day card for the Elizabeth Craft Designs blog, and I've used papers by them. These are the Soft Finish Cardstock papers in different pinkish, soft lilac or purple tones, and I've got some really dark pink also there going on, and a little piece of black cardstock. And I'm going to build my card on a white card base that I have pre-cut and folded already. And for my card I'm going to use this heart cutouts die cut die that has all those little tiny hearts inside of the bigger one, and then also combine this one with the Valentine's edges die cut dies. They look like this. And what I've done already, I've shown you the papers, the paper colors, and I've got the edges die cut from a little piece of pink paper in all three different shapes. And these are going to go, oh, there's a little heart still in there. These are going to go facing away from each other, and then I'm going to build them overlappingly. And then for the middle piece I've just used the edge on both sides, and then I'm going to place it here on top of everything else. So that's the basic idea. And then I've cut the simple heart shape from white cardstock, and then I've got the heart piece with the tiny hearts inside of it cut from the really strong pink soft finish cardstock, and I'm going to place these on top of each other. And I figured I'm going to add some double-sided adhesive onto this piece so that I can use the lovely soft really fine silk microfine glitter on this piece, so that it will be peeking through these hearts here. I've saved you all the die cutting process because obviously that is something you can do on your own too. So I'm saving some time on this video. So I've got all these pieces pre-cut. So only thing I need to do with these is to adhere them on place. And then for finishing touches, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to use either this stamp set from the new collection. It's called Build Your Own Sentiments #1. Or I'm going to use the Love Sentiments stamps, but I haven't figured out which one will work better, so I've prepared both of them. And then I'm going to do that with white embossing powder and Versamark ink, but that will be the last step. So I'll put these aside, and I'll just die cut that heart once more from this adhesive. I could have adhered it onto this piece earlier before die cutting the heart shape, but this will work too, because you know, when you start planning you just haven't figured out every single step. So I'm going to do this piece again. You know what, I'm going to show you, because I can save this for another card. I'm going to do this the way it's supposed to be done. So I'm just taking a piece of white cardstock, then I'm going to cut a little piece in the size that I'm going to need from this adhesive sheet here. Then I'm going to remove one layer of the protective paper, like that. And then I'm going to adhere it here. Probably would be wiser to use this part here. And now I can cut this apart, roll it through my die cutting machine, and I'm good to go. Then I've got the adhesive already in there, and I will get the perfect size and shape first time. Okay, so I'm going to die cut that one and be back soon. So I'm back with my die cut piece, and I'm not going to need that one anymore. Put it aside. And now I've got the white cardstock covered with the double-sided adhesive, and now I can just place this piece on top of the other one, and then apply the silk microfine glitter on top of the adhesive areas, and that's what we are going to do now. So I've got my coffee filter prepared to keep it from going all the way around, and then I'm just carefully going to remove the adhesive, and I'm starting from one edge, and then I'm placing the hearts on top and trying not to touch the adhesive areas at all, because then it will be better, the glitter will stick better on place. And then just remove this and roll over with my protection sheet, and then if something's peeking out, you know, just cut it off. Like that, so you don't have any adhesive peeking out of the edges of the heart. So let's go to the fun part. So I'm just applying the, oh, I should tell you the color probably. So this one is called Bright Cranberry, and it's quite red, really nice dark red color, and I thought it's Valentine, so let's go for pink and red and purple in all shades. Will be a lovely sweet Valentine's card. Valentine is coming next month, so better start preparing the cards for that, right? And now I just shake off the residue into my coffee filter so I can save it for later. Then this is a camel hair brush from Elizabeth Craft Designs, which is perfect for wiping off the fine glitter. And then you just basically pour everything back into the jar, and it's good to go for the next card and purpose. Because this is anti-static, it won't stick to the coffee filter. And that's it. So I've got my tiny heart piece, and then I'm just going to go over these areas with my finger to polish the glitter so it will better stick to the surface, to the adhesive areas, and get a nice shine in the process. So that's it. I've got a really pretty shine going on there, and you got basically just a little bit glitter in your fingers, and that you can just wash away with water and soap later. So that's the really nice shine on this little tiny heart there. And next I'm just going to adhere everything together, and I've got my sweet card done. Nothing easier than that. Oh, I need some adhesive tape. Sorry for that, I forgot to take that out. So I've got my double-sided adhesive tape. This is also by Elizabeth Craft Designs, and I'm just going to apply it onto these pieces. And you can just press it down and rip it. You don't even need scissors for this purpose. It's really easy to use. If I just could adhere straight, that would be nice. So there. Let's take that piece off. So this is a really quick card idea. And you can make plenty of these at once while you're at it, because one piece of cardstock goes a long way. And you can even do every single layer in the same color, or you can just go wild and do all kinds of colors on top of each other. It will look fun anyway, whatever the color choices you make, because the layers will look interesting on top of each other. Okay, so I just need to align these a little bit so that I know how far I should go towards the edge. So probably somewhere here. So I need that to go over there. And I'll take these away. And start from here, remove the adhesive. And then adhere the top part, then remove the rest of the projection sheet piece there and adhere the bottom part on place. So I've got a nice starting point there. And then next layer on top of the other one. And I'm going to leave some pink cardstock there. And at the end I can cut the residue, you know, the overlapping parts with scissors, so that doesn't matter at all. And then this we will adhere this will put the very last part to adhere in place. Then we'll go here, and that will be right there. So I just need to remove that one. Then lift this up. Get the adhesive free there, like that, and press it on place, and then just pull it down, and that's it. And for my last piece, I'll just sneak it underneath these scallops here. This is a little bit tricky. I could have done it the other way around too, but this works as well. And that's there on place. And then we'll put this part on top. And that goes over here and overlaps everything else like that. So we've got the base done, and then I just need to adhere the heart on place. I think I'm going to put it over here, and then maybe I'll put the sentiment over here or just on top of the heart. I haven't figured that out yet, but while I'm at it, I think I'm going to use a white Signo pen if I just find the one that's working. All my Signo pens are almost empty, so I need to figure out which one still has some ink on it. I think this one has. So I'm going to add a fork stitching around the edges to make the heart look a little bit cuter. So I'm just using a white gel pen. You can take any white gel pen that's your favorite and add some stitching here. There's a tiny line from die cutting going around the edge, so you can follow that while you're drawing, so you get really nice smooth edges, if you know what I mean. Okay, this takes a little while, but we're almost there. Just a few more, because this will add, white always adds a nice detail to a bold card. So that looks even more cute, even cuter in my opinion, with the fork stitching going around the edges. I don't know what you think, but I like it better that way. So that will go here. And then we could now just cut away these overlapping pieces here, because we don't want them to be on the finished card. So just flip the card around and cut along the card edge to get a straight line. As easy as that. Just follow the card edge and that's it. Okay, put those away. So now adhere this in place. I think I'm going to use liquid glue for this one, because I want the heart to stay on place for sure. So let's add a lot of adhesive there and just a little bit around the edges, because this part is the highest area, and there it's supposed to stick to that the best. Okay, so that's it. And then all we need to do is to figure out which sentiment to use and do the embossing, and then adhere the sentiment onto the card. Just put my scissors there because it's keeping it on place until it's dry. Okay, what should we do? We just fit would be nice. Oh, they're all nice. Thinking of you. You're awesome. Wild about you would be nice too. You set my heart on fire. Well, that would work too. You're my missing piece. That would be nice. Love you to pieces. Happy Valentine's Day. You fill my heart, because there are, you know, the areas are filled with glitter, so you fill my heart. I think that would be nice. I could just use I love you, but you know, this is a fun one. So it says you fill my heart, and it fits nicely onto the card, so let's do that. And I've got my how do you call this, anti-static pad prepared. I'm using this always when I'm embossing on white, on black with white ink, so that I don't have any areas that are, you know, where the loose embossing powder sticks to the areas outside the sentiment, and it makes it look a little bit dirty or not well done. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to pick up my white embossing powder. So this is by Ranger. This is a fine, super fine detail embossing powder. This should work really nicely with this stamp image. We'll see. Okay, so I've got the embossing powder in there, and there's just one tiny piece, and then I just heat set it with the heat gun, pour the residue powder into the jar again, and get my embossing gun out and heat that up. So let's go for that. And that's it. Can you see the difference? Now it has a little shine to it, and then it's heat set and it's done. And now I just need to figure out where I want this to be. It would be nice also in the middle of the heart. Probably going to add it there. I'm just going to wipe away all this powder. This is just a regular baby wipe. And then cut that in shape. So I could put it over here, or I could add it on top of the heart. I think I'm going to put it here. So I'm just going to Need to adjust this a little bit. It's not quite straight yet. So what I do with such small pieces, I try to get them, eyeball them to be straight. Just a little bit more over there. And then also from the other side, I need it to be a little bit smaller, not so wide as it is at the moment. So I'm going to, can you see that I'm placing this transparent part where I put my fingers when I hold to stay, keep it on place, the paper piece. I've aligned the stamped sentiment, the embossed sentiment, exactly onto the border, and then I just go and cut through, because this always has a little bit, like 2-3 millimeters area that it's anyhow going to leave onto the piece. So now I've got a straight piece, and then I'm just going to cut it into a banner, I think. There's a really nice banner die, cut die, also available at the Elizabeth Craft Designs store. So if you don't want to do it with your scissors, you can use a die cut die for this purpose too. So I'm going to put that there, and I think I'm going to use 3D foam to adhere it on place, because that will look nice in the end, because it will be standing out more from the background. So I'm placing, just in case, I'm putting 3 pieces here, and then just removing the protection parts and putting it over here. And that's it. I could leave it like this, or I could do some enamel dots or enamel hearts, or just anything, you know, some liquid drops, Nuva drops, whatever you have at home for decoration onto this heart, just for additional interest. And I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to find the nice color and add some droplets there, and then this card is done. So I've got some liquid pearls and dimensional pearls by Ranger at home, and these are really, really old. I've had these for at least 8 years now, and they still work. And these are newer ones, but from the same company. And there are also now liquid pearl type of product is also available at the Elizabeth Craft Designs online store, so you might want to try that one. But because I don't have that product here at the moment, I'm just taking the ones that I have at home. But they also have such product available at their store at the moment, so you might want to try that one. So I'm just adding a few drops there. That one's purple, and then I'm going to take, this one is rouge. So that's a nice color too. Let's put a tiny one there. One more here. And one there. And I think that's it. I could use one more, I think. Let's put a tiny purple one over here. That's it. And now I need to leave this to dry, because the liquid pearls need a drying time. And I'm now tapping the card from underneath, because back in the day when these products came out to the market, you were supposed to, this one for example, you were supposed to dab from underneath so that it gets a little bit more flat and creates this dots kind of look. But the new product that is available at the market, usually flattens down on itself. But like I said, these are from my really old stash, so I still need to do all the tricks with those, but they still work, so it's a really good quality product. And that's it. That's my easy to do Valentine's Day card with a heart and edge die by Elizabeth Craft Designs, plus a stamp set called Love Sentiments, and Soft Finish Cardstock by Elizabeth Craft Designs too. So that's it. That's my card. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I'll be seeing you next month with another card project. Bye!